The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakradash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, teaching this truth in its entirety. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there, and shalom to the brothers that's pushing this truth in true faith and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. It's your brother Kalab, also go by Hope, Grace, and Mercy. I just wanted to do a quick lesson on this brother that you see on the screen. His name is, he went by the name of Akim. I was with this brother at One Body in Yahweh Shai. I know this brother genuinely. Of course, you know, I left One Body in Yahweh Shai. He stayed. And I just wanted to, give an account on what took place. This brother is no longer with us. He passed on Sunday, on the 22nd. And the thing about it, the reason why I'm doing this video is I spoke with this brother right before he passed, and he came to the defense of One Body in Yahweh Shai's leadership, opposing on standing up for the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He chose to defend One Body in Yahweh Shai. So it all started, I woke up Sunday morning, and I don't know, the brother was on my heart. I was thinking about the brother for some reason, and when I left One Body in Yahweh Shai, they made classes on me leaving, all this kind of stuff. And this brother, he still checked on me, He reached out to me every now and then just to see how I was doing, what I had going and stuff like that. He didn't have any ill will. So when I checked up on him Sunday, I hadn't talked to him for a new while. I got a new phone number and stuff like that. So I reached out to him, and, that brother, he didn't know who I was because of the phone number. And he said that they were celebrating the Feast of Tabernacle. He had a headache. So he was laying down. When he get done laying down, taking a nap, he was going to get up and take his tent down. And, he hadn't talked to me for a while, and he was like, what you got going? I was like, hey, man, just enduring to the end. I told him that, hey, I still go out to the highways and hedges and teach the gospel. And he immediately told me that, well, the Lord opened up the leadership of One Body in Yahweh Shai and showed them that they don't have to be out there on the highways and hedges anymore. They don't have to be, being out there in an aggressive manner, rebuking and all that kind of stuff. He said that a lot of things have changed within the body, and that, the way that they got away from the One West doctrine. They don't have to be out there, rebuking their own people, because it's making them an enemy of the same people that they trying to draw close to and wake up. And I told him, hey, man, I didn't call you to politic or anything like that. I was just calling to check on you. And he was like, I ain't politicking either. I'm just telling you what's real. And, he tried to continue to go in on the things that the leadership got going and things like that. So I told him, hey, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And I told him that, hey, I fear the Lord enough to the point where, I can hear from him. He can deal with me on a personal level instead of me going through man. And something that I noticed that hadn't changed within that camp, One Body in Yahweh Shai, is that the brothers that go to that camp or that subscribe to that camp, they always reference the leadership. You never can get a straight answer from them, or you never can have a straight conversation with them, because guess what? They gonna always say, well, Bishop said that, leadership said this, Bishop said that, leadership said this. And, these are grown men that's referencing a leadership. You can't ask them a question on why these 14 brothers left all at one time, knowing damn well that these people knew the reasons why these brothers left. But if you're a new brother to the camp, you got to ask questions. And guess what? Well, don't ask us, ask leadership. You can't never get a straight answer from nobody because leadership this and leadership that. So I just got a couple of precepts that I want to bring out, dealing with this situation. I'm going to start off in the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 11. And it reads, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." And this brother allowed, one body in Yahushua to take his crown because he was leaning on the understanding of what the leadership at one body in Yahushua was giving and telling him instead of seeking, Yahweh Shem Yahushua himself. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, starting at verse 5. And it reads, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." So the last time I spoke to that brother, he was definitely not letting Yahweh Shem Yahushua direct his path. Leadership this, leadership that, as it has always been, at that school. Leadership this, leadership that. Not one time did the brother reference, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He was using the word Christ, strongly. He was using the word Christ. I didn't turn it into a debate, I was trying to get away from, what he was trying to tell me about leadership this and leadership that, because I've been there and I've done that. So, same old story, All right, next precept is coming from the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, and starting at verse 10. "And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh thy power shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned, who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness." So this brother, he believed a lie. He had pleasure in unrighteousness because leaning to the understanding of his so-called leadership, he couldn't hear from Yahweh Shem Yahushua himself. And that's why judgment came upon him. Not saying like that simple reason, but that was one of the many reasons. The last time I spoke with a brother who claimed that he was in the truth and he believed in the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it still wasn't adding up. He switched back to using the word Christ, God and Jesus, just like they do over there. And guess what? Boom. After I talked to him I think it was around like 11 or 12, he shortly perished right after, the phone conversation that we have. And no, I'm not trying to make it seem like just because of the phone conversation that we had, this brother perished, I'm just saying, like, I know that I spoke to him right before he perished, Get verse 12 again. It says, "That they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness." And, I can tell you firsthand, over there at one body in Yahushua, it's a whole bunch of unrighteousness going on. Man-made doctrines. Doctrines getting switched up every week. Like you meet with you with them this Saturday, then next Saturday, that ain't what that mean. Of course, them brothers don't believe in the in Salaki. The brothers don't believe in the chariots. They use the word UFO strongly and just say it's something that Esau made up. Of course, everybody know that one body in Yahushua don't believe in the miracles of Yahushua Mashiach, even though it's going to take a miracle, for us to be saved out of this destruction that's coming to this place. Next precept is coming from the book of Psalms, chapter 68 and verse 20. "He that is our power is the God of salvation, and unto Yahweh thy power the Lord belong the issues from death. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is in control of who lives and who dies. Man's going up, roughly paraphrasing, man's goings are of the Lord. So whether you perish or not, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has the first, second, and last say-so on that. So we know that this brother perishing is all because of Yahweh Shem Yahushua signed off on that. All right, next precept is coming from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, starting at verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whosoever hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. And believe it or not, Yahweh Shem Yahushua chooses your delusions. And although that this brother probably thought he was genuinely serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua, calling on the name of Christ and Jesus, and God and things like that, Yahweh Shem Yahushua chose his delusion. Why? Because he hated knowledge. And, let me grab it again, Salakia. And did not choose the fear of the Lord. He didn't choose to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He chose to fear, the rebuke that comes from the leadership at one body in Yahushua. And that ain't how it goes. And I know firsthand, that ain't, you can't please Yahweh Shem Yahushua trying to serve man. And there's a lot of man pleasing going on at that school. We know that it goes on in other camps and other individuals as well. But I'm talking firsthand. I know it's a whole lot of man pleasing that goes on at that camp, within that school, that camp, one body in Yahushua. So all the things that camp might offer to someone who is in that school, acting as if they serve in Yahweh Shem Yahushua in true faith and sincerity, but really you just following the commandments of man. It goes on. That's what was going on over there. I'm grab 32 again. It says, "For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them." So all the things that camp, one body in Yahushua, had to offer, because I know for a fact, that they, for some brothers that's less fortunate, they pay some of their bills, give brothers, cars that they no longer use anymore, put apartments in their name and stuff like that. So guess what? You can't buck up against them, because whatever it is that you need them for, they'll take it away from you. I know brothers, a brother who was under the leadership, that was on the leadership, they gave him a deposit to move inside of a rent house. So guess what? You can't buck up to them, because they're gonna take away, what you need them for, And I know well that brother was always in need, And I'm not trying to slander the brother or anything. This is 100% truth. This is 100% things that I know for a fact that I experienced. All right, next precept is coming from the book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 10. "For do I now persuade men, or Yahweh thy power? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Yahushua Mashiach." And it's a lot of man pleasing going on. Just think about it. From the time before I even came there, I seen more brothers that was not there when I got there. And while I was there, I was seeing brothers leaving in droves, you know, 14, 5, 10. They get more brothers, and then another 5 or 10 leave, you know. And I'm always wondering, like, what the hell is going on, you know? You know, it don't even feel like what I signed up for no more. It's just a whole bunch of, like, other things going on. Let me grab it again. Galatians chapter 1 and verse 10. For do I now persuade men, or Yahweh thy power, or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So definitely, there's a whole bunch of man pleasing, trying to persuade men, man pleasing. It's, you don't want to go against the leadership. You don't want to upset the leadership. Talk to leadership. I can't answer that question for you. It's a simple question. You know, I'm asking you. You know, do you fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or do you fear your leadership at one body in Yahweh Shai? And that's a lot of things that's going on over at that school, you know, within that camp. Next precept is coming from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 23. And it reads, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. The stubbornness of is as iniquity and adultery. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. You know, you reject Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by serving him in true faith and sincerity. Instead of trying to please man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he has no other choice but to reject you, you know. And I can see if it was a case where a brother was seriously seeking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in true faith and sincerity, and he was just being led astray. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that happened to me. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai eventually pulled me up out of that place because I went there seeking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in true Salakia. I went there seeking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in true faith and sincerity, and I got led astray. But I continue to want to seek Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in true faith and sincerity. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai heard my prayers and pulled me up out of there. You know, not even you. They wasn't even using the names when I was there. You know, they would just reference giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and His Son Yahweh Shai. They never use the word Yahweh. Never. You know, never. All right, next precept is coming from the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh thy power rather than man. And one thing that we know, calling on the true names of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, is a requirement. It's definitely a requirement. You know, I never read in the scriptures where calling on the names of Christ, you know, and God, you know, was a requirement. And that's something that's constantly being pushed. You know, all kinds of changes are being made. But I'm just speaking as far as, you know, the accounts that I had with this brother right before he passed, you know. Never did he reference his last conversation with me. I know he spoke with probably some other people before he passed. However, the last conversation that I had with him, he never referenced the true name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, Christ and God. You know, that was the last conversation that I had with him before he passed away. You know, those were the names that he was referencing. And I know there's many ways that we can reference us serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in true faith and sincerity. And one of the smallest ways, you know, that I think that you can reference Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is by calling on the true names. You know, obeying Yahweh thy power rather than man. Man pleasing, you know, obeying what your leadership say. You know, I don't want nothing to do with that, you know. I've been there and I've done that before. And it left me in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? It left me with a whole bunch of confusion. Being told that the chariots is not real. You know, Yahweh Shai didn't perform any miracles. You know, that ain't what this mean. That ain't what that mean. You don't have to pray over your food before you eat. You're supposed to pray over your food after you eat. All kinds of madness. All right. Next precept is coming from the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Hear ye, children, the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. You can't forsake the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You got to stick to the script, Hold fast to what roughly paraphrasing, hold fast to what you have, so no man might take your crown. Let me grab it real quick. All right. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And this brother let one body in Yahweh Shai leadership contributing to taking his crown because he didn't trust in the will and the works of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. He trusted in man. All right. So I'm going to end it off on that note. I hope that it was edifying. I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Radash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, teaching his truth in his entirety. It's your brother Kalab, also go by Hope, Grace, and Mercy. Shalom.